Well, as Asia grows, it continues or should continue to cooperate with the rest of the world and not become the center of gravity. The view of Singapore's Prime Minister shared at a dialogue with about 250 Singapore and Mexican businesses in Mexico City. Elizabeth Neo reports.
If Asia closes in on itself, only does business with itself, it will not starve, but will miss out on many opportunities and would be poorer for it, and so will the rest of the world. Now that was the answer from Singapore Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong when he was asked whether Asia would become the world's center of gravity. Now Mr. Lee explained that Asia needs to cooperate with America, Europe and the rest of the world for it to prosper, and Singapore has set an example.
We have operated a Western system, we have the Western rule of law, we have done business Western style, and the links are there from Singapore to countries all over the world. The Americas, Europe, Japan, Australia, New Zealand, and therefore we make a living for ourselves. So I think if you look at the 21st century, people used to say it's the Asian century. I think the Asian economy will grow as a percentage of the global economy because China is still growing faster than the developed countries and can for a while more. India also is growing somewhat faster than developed countries and potentially could grow even faster, but their politics is more complicated. So I think the center of mass will continue to shift, but I do not believe that Asia will be the center of the world.
Mr. Lee also noted that Mexico and Latin America are important to Asia, which goes beyond providing business opportunities to helping to shape its world view.
For Mexico, America looms very large. It's about 85% of your exports, some vast amount. And yet, you don't really want America to be the only partner you have. And I think you have growing trade with Asia, certainly with China, and we hope not only with China but with other countries as well in Asia. If we are looking for a world which is multiply interconnected, not just small country connected to nearest by big country, then links across the Pacific make a lot of sense.
Mr. Lee also noted that many countries across the world want to cooperate not just bilaterally but also in wider groupings, as it's a win-win for everyone. And he gave the example of the Comprehensive and Progressive Agreement for Trans-Pacific Partnership, which went ahead without the US. Singapore is now negotiating the Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership as well as the Pacific Alliance Singapore Free Trade Agreement that involves Chile, Peru, Mexico and Colombia. Elizabeth Neo, CNA, Mexico City.